And good evening and welcome to Baker Forward, the Baker Chamber Edition. I'm your host, Bert Carson. Tonight, my first guest is a representative from Entergy. Her name is Mamie Burrell, and she is the Customer Service Manager at Entergy, and she's going to give us a whole bunch of fun and exciting facts about Entergy, about things that you may not know about. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, first of all, how long have you been with Entergy?
Probably about as long as you've been around. Actually,
Okay, long time.
a long time, yeah.
So as customer service manager, what is your area and what does that entail?
Well, as you said, I'm customer service manager for Entergy, and my area is the city of Baker, city of Zachary, East and West Feliciana. And what that entails is that I'm pretty much the liaison for Entergy. My job is to interact with the community, build relationships, maintain those relationships, and make sure that our customers are receiving quality customer service.
Well, of course, Entergy always has
Of
good
course,
service.
of course.
Except when power goes out, then I'm sure
Yeah.
y'all get some phone calls.
Yes, we do. You're exactly right. We
And
do.
speaking of outages, you've got a neat little thing that people could sign up for.
Yes, exactly. Well, you know, as you and I were talking earlier, we talk about how busy everyone is, and so we try to give our customers quality customer service. And to make sure we were doing that, we decided to ask our customers, you know, how they felt about the service that they were receiving from us in an effort to improve their customer experience with us. And so they told us some things that we could improve upon. And one of the things that we have implemented is what we call texting for outages. Because everyone is so busy, you can receive a text on your cell phone, on your smartphone rather, by texting the word REG to the number 368-374. So what that does, Bert, like you and I are sitting here, if the electricity goes off in your home, we'll send you a text message and let you know that your electricity is off.
Okay.
We'll also tell you how long it's going to be before that service is restored. Now, if for some reason we can't get it restored in that time limit, we'll send you another message and let you know what the new estimated restoration time is.
Right,
So
okay.
it works well for us. It helps you to plan your life rather than if you have to go to the store and pick up something for dinner, you'll know that you need to get takeout because you won't be cooking because you don't have electricity. So it works well.
I never thought about that. That's good. So that also probably helps too. I mean, obviously, if I've gotten a text and you know, I could be at home and I know the lights have gone out and maybe I wait a few minutes or something and I get a text, then that also would keep me from having to worry about reporting it because obviously y'all already know.
Exactly, we already know about it. And not only do we have the texting for outage, we have My Account Online, where you can go in on your computer and register online and you can manage your account. We give you all of the, where you can get all of the information that you need right there on your computer without having to make a phone call. You can find out the details of your account, you can make a payment, you can report an outage, you can decide your payment options if you would like to have your account drafted every month, or if you'd like to pick a date, the due date of your bill to tell us when you'd like to pay your bill. So there are a number of options that we offer. Our levelized billing program, where you can pay an average of what you use monthly.
Now explain that to people because I know what it is, but I mean explain that a little bit.
The levelized billing,
so people know.
Sure, what the levelized billing program does, it takes an average of your last 12-month bills and allows you to pay that. And you have an accumulated difference that it's what we call a rolling difference that's added in each month. And so what it does, it takes the highs and lows, the surprises out of the high bills. You know, during the summertime, sometimes the bill can be a little high, and sometimes it wreaks havoc in people's budgets. So it takes the surprise out of those bills, and so you pay an average over the 12 months of what your usage has been.
Okay. And so what's good about that, I'm sure, is like you said with the budget. If someone's got their budget planned out, and they're used to paying, say, a $200 bill, or $200 electric bill, and all of a sudden it becomes $300, like you said, for the summer months or something. So you'll pay a little bit higher in some months, but you'll pay lower in other months, and that way you know what you have to pay. So you can do that.
Exactly.
And also, I like that idea to pick your due date, because obviously people get paid differently.
Right.
Everyone gets paid the same, so that's a good little option.
And it's just especially good for a lot of our elderly customers who receive their are on fixed incomes and receive their monthly income only on the first or the third of the month. So what we do is we allow you to tell us what day you can pay that bill.
Okay.
We also give you the option of, again, like I said, of having it draw drafted from your account. We also give you the option of, say you have a street light out at your location and you need to report a street light. You can go online and you can report a street light. And in addition to that, we tell you how to save money. We have a program there, it's called My Tom the Advisor. And what Tom does is tells you what you're using in your home. What it does is an interactive app, and what you do is you tell him what you're using in your home.
Okay.
Tell him the size of your home, the rooms in your home. And what he does is he gives you feedback on how you can save money in your home. And it's been known to save customers as much as 10% on a utility bill.
And that is free, right?
It's free.
It's totally free. So, I mean, why not use it?
Why not use it?
Even if you only save 1%, it's
right.
free. So why not
right.
use it? And I think you also talked about with that account online, you could even decide whether you want paper bills or e-bills if you're moving. So.
Exactly. What's happening now, we're trying to get rid of the clutter. A lot of people don't want the clutter of bills in their home. So you can utilize the option of taking the paper bill or receiving an e-bill, or you can get them both. Okay. It's your choice. So okay. it's a very neat thing. We also have, speaking of free, we also have an energy app that you can download to your iPhone, or to your smartphone rather. And what you do with that, of course, the online information and the texting for outages, you can do it all from your smartphone.
Okay. And if they were moving, can you say that they can do the
If
transfer?
you're moving, if you're transferring your service, then of course you can do that on online service as well.
So a lot of that you can get online on your account and pretty much do
right.
anything you need to do
exactly.
dealing with you and Entergy.
Right, and so it saves you time because, you know, a lot of people transact business, you know, at work, and so you've only got like 5 or 10 minutes at the most to take care of it, and so it makes it a little bit easier for you.
Okay, and where's this website?
It's Entergy.com.
Okay, and they go there, there's all kind of free stuff. And give us about the text outage one more time. They
text the word REG to the number
okay.
number 368-374.
Okay, 368-374
right.
REG, because that's an important.
It's very important.
Sign
yes.
up to get. Okay, thank you very much for the information.
Thank you.
So coming up next, we have Danny Spencer with Office Direct. We'll be back right after this.
Promoting your business in these competitive times can be tough. You need to use everything possible to stand out in the crowd. Your vehicle is an asset most companies overlook when advertising. Now you can promote just like major companies by wrapping your vehicle with eye-catching graphics. Frogskin Graphics wraps boats, cars, trucks, and buildings. No job too large or small. Full-color banners, window graphics, and signs designed, printed, and installed by professionals. 683-9595.
And good evening. Welcome back to Baker Forward, the Baker Chamber Edition. My next guest, Danny Spencer, has been a long-time member of the business community here in Baker and is very involved in the community as well, besides just having a business here. Welcome to the show, Danny.
Hey, thanks, Bert. Glad to be here.
So, Danny, I know you have Office Direct.
Yes.
How long have y'all been in business?
This July will be 34 years. Can you believe?
34 years.
Doesn't seem like it.
And you've only been there like one of them, right?
Well, I tell you what, it has been a fun ride. It's gone fast, though.
And tell us, you know, what is Office Direct?
Well, Office Direct is a full-service office supply company that we can handle from the major corporations down to a one-person office, and we've grown from serving these small people to these large corporations, and we compete with the big box companies every day. So, in experiencing the growth and of these big companies coming into our area, so is Office Direct. It's grown and it's learned how to handle these big companies.
And I'll let them in on a little secret, Danny, that probably is going to show my age.
I knew it was coming.
But I was actually their first delivery driver
And
a long time ago.
and that's been a
So,
couple years ago.
Yeah, it's just a couple years ago.
And I think you were a young student at the time.
Yes,
but,
I was a student at LSU. So
But I tell
anyway,
you,
that shows you how. But you know, y'all started off with a van and me driving and whatever, to where now you have multiple drivers out there. And what areas do y'all service? Because I mean, you do deliver.
Right.
And so what is that area that you'll service?
well, now we travel to as far as St. Francisville, to Plaquemine, to Gonzales, and I'm glad to tell you that we have a new office in Amite, Louisiana. So we now serve the Tangipahoa Parish from Bogalusa all the way to Macomb, Mississippi, to Ponchatoula, and then all the way back over to Baton Rouge. And we are a full service supplier, meaning we take your order and we deliver it back to your desktop at your office in all of those areas.
Okay. And how far to, like, going towards Lafayette? I know you said Plaquemine, but I mean, you
Yeah.
obviously cover Port Allen. And
Right, Port
that kind of
Allen.
deal.
We pretty much keep our range in West Baton Rouge Parish. We don't try to go out into Point Capee. It's not any slam to Point Capee because we have some customers still there, but it's our major companies that we deal with are in Port Allen, West Baton Rouge, down to Plaquemine in that direction.
Right. And of course, like I said, I mean, y'all been in Baker all this time.
Yeah.
Started off on Main Street and now you're on Plank Road. So, looking back at that, Danny, give me a little bit of your insight, like how you've seen your business grow, but how have you seen Baker change and grow?
When Pam and her sisters opened this company in 1979, I was trying to discourage Pam from doing it because I never in my wildest dreams thought that an office supply store selling pencils would be successful.
Right.
I was trying to comprehend how you could make an actual living on pencils, and today our store has grown to where we employ 15 employees full-time at our store here in Baker, and we have 3 full-time employees over in the Amite store, and then occasionally we hire some temps. How it's grown, I mean, Baker is a great location to have a business. Logistically speaking, we can travel anywhere from here. We have the interstate systems, we have all the communication abilities that any large city has. So just thinking that we grew from this little company of 3 girls and me, and then 3 girls, me, and then you, and then, to what it is today, it's quite an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of it. And Pam has done a very good job of being a good business person. We've obviously bought out all the partners over the years, so it's just really Pam and I now running the company, and Pam has done a very good job of making this company successful.
Well, like you said, in the transportation logistics, it also helps in bringing supplies in.
Right, absolutely.
So because you have these big trucks that come in and bring all this stuff. And tell me a little bit, I mean, like you said, y'all, like we're selling pencils, but you sell more than pencils, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what full range? I know you have the office supplies, but you also have furniture and other things like that,
Yeah.
right?
We have all the support stuff for computers. We have toners and paper. We have office supplies, and we have furniture. We do evaluations for companies. Like, for example, if your office was needing some new desk, we would go in and evaluate the size of the room, put the right size stuff in it, and also kind of evaluate the ergonomics, making sure your employees are fitted with the right stuff so that they're productive in the ergonomics aspect. So yeah, we go full-fledged, but we always like to pick about all we sell is pencils.
Yeah.
But we sell a lot more than that.
Right. And how have you seen the office supplies change? I'm sure, like you said, obviously,
Yeah.
back in the 50s, it probably was just pencils.
Can you imagine back in the day we had ledgers, these huge ledgers with these ledger cards and ledger trays, and now we're heading paperless, which is a bad word in our industry. because we sell tons of paper, and we still sell a lot of it. So, but yeah, it's changed so much of how we did our accounting and how we did our ordering and inventory control versus where we do it the way we do it now.
Well, and even some of the equipment. I mean, I know in y'all's store you almost have like a little mini museum in there. And, you know, talk about that a little bit, about how the equipment's changed.
Well, you know, typewriters were such a big thing, and now you don't do it. You do word processing and computers. And so we just kind of, you know, we like to keep these old typewriters in our room to just keep us in check with history. Right, see where you how hard it really was to create a document, you know, and to do 50 pages. It's nothing now to do it, of course. You push a button and it runs. So, but it's really strange to see the evolution of office supplies. We used to sell so many pens and pencils and binders. Now we sell paper and toner. Right. It's just.
Well, and even think about the photocopying.
Yeah.
The thing where whatever.
The chemicals and all the stuff now that's probably really, really bad for you and bad for the environment. You know, doesn't exist really anymore. So. But yeah, Office Direct has grown to compete with these big box companies. And that's important to us, that we can offer something that's going to be competitive, price-wise, service-wise. Well, I think we out-service them a lot, but probably you'll ask me another question about that too.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that. We need to take a break real quick, and we'll talk more about that right after this.
WLFT joins all TV stations in our area, reminding you to rescan your digital TV sets so you can pick up all of the new TV stations, which are broadcast free over the air. Hey, you bought the new high-definition TV, so now enjoy the free over-the-air entertainment like the new Country Channel on 30.3, featuring 24-hour music videos and concerts direct from Nashville. More new channels are planned, so change the batteries in your smoke detector and rescan Baton Rouge.
And welcome back to Baker Forward, the Baker Chamber edition. I'm continuing with my guest, Danny Spencer of Office Direct. And Danny, right before the break and during the break, we were talking a little bit about how, you know, things have evolved with the typewriter and going to the computers and all. You know, one of the things that I've thought about is like with faxes and now that you can scan and all that, but how much of that is still out there, or how's it progressing?
I think faxing is still you know, a necessity in the business office, but it's really it's going away fast. We got scanning and computer sending emails, and faxes are just a matter of time before they're gone. It seems like to me the people who have really, really small offices and stuff that may not have a sophisticated computer system, those are the ones that are still using the fax type transmission. But I think they're evolving away from that too.
Okay, so right, you know, we also talked about you competing with the big box stores, and of course y'all's business has evolved. Like you said, going from pencils and that kind of thing to where now with technology, with email and that kind of thing. Tell us a little bit about how you're competing with these big guys.
Well, about 20 years ago, we joined a buying group, that's Trimega Purchasing Association. It's designed for independent office supply companies, and our membership to that has enabled us to compete with anybody. Doesn't matter about the big box store, how big they are, how much they sell, we can compete with anybody for any price. Municipalities, whether it's state contract or if it's a local office, we can compete with price. Price is not the issue. It's whether you want to shop local or not. If you buy into the perception of the big box company telling you how great they are, then you probably want to buy from them. But if you want to support a local company that has proven that it can, 34 years in business doesn't mean you can't compete. You have to compete if you're going to be in business that long.
Right.
So yes, Office Direct can do it, and give us a chance.
And you've got personnel that's been there for decades.
Yeah.
I mean, and
really.
so they get to know their customers, and I think that to me is a better customer service situation than a big box store who has, you know, who knows as they rotate through employees. So tell us a little bit about some of the people that you have.
Well, the people that we have basically come to us and we've trained them, and the retention of those people working for me long term is phenomenal. I have customer service girls that's been with me 20 years. And one of the things I'd like to really point out is I'm very proud of, I heard that Mr. Shelley Joseph was just announced Citizen of the Year. Mr. Shelley owned an office supply store for many years and decided to close that store in Baton Rouge, and he came to work for us. So Citizen of the Year, Shelley Joseph, working for Office Direct. That's a proud moment.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know, it just speaks of the people that we have, right. And we are very, very proud of him.
And so, like you said, I mean, some of these people have gotten to know their customers and can help them change and evolve as these things that we've been talking about.
We hired a guy about 25 years ago to help us run about 20 years ago, to run our store named Jeff Porcio. Jeff comes with a huge amount of experience, knowledge about the industry, and how to compete price-wise. He's worked for a big box company, and so Jeff knows all the tricks of their trade that we can apply to ours to be good and competitive.
And you know, another thing that you were talking about is that your people are from the area.
Yep.
They're local people. And so when people are spending money with you, it's staying right here in the community and multiplying in the community instead of going out to a shareholders or, you know, somewhere out of state.
Yep, absolutely. There's two big box companies now. They've basically all merged to into two at this point. You have Staples and Office Depot. Staples is in New Jersey. When you buy something from Staples, that's where your dollar goes, to New Jersey. When you buy something from Office Depot, your money goes to Boca Raton, Florida. So if you want your money spent there, great. But if you want your money spent here in our communities, buy it from Office Direct.
And tell us a little bit about how they can order. There's several ways of ordering, and
yes.
that you offer delivery.
Absolutely. The three ways that you can order is you can call our office at 225-774-8773. Press extension 1, and that's our customer service department. There's a phone prompt that'll lead you through it. Or you can fax us an order at 225-774-9824, and that's our fax number. Or you can email, or you can go online, at buyofficedirect.com, and it'll give you a link to follow how to get into the system and open up an account. So you can order online, you can fax it in, or you can call it in. Or you can have a salesman come by and see you and give you catalogs and tell you about our store.
Or give advice on new things, new
Absolutely.
Technology, whatever. Okay, so I call in, I made my order, and when's it going to be delivered? And how much is that going to cost me to have delivered?
Your order's coming in on Monday, it's delivered Tuesday. Next day, our truck, free. I know that's hard to believe. Fuel costs.
That's what I wanted you to push. It's free, folks.
It's free. So place an order with us. Give us a try. If you're not an existing customer now, give us a shot. See how we are. See how we operate. I think you're going to be happy.
Okay. And you know, that also saves, like, from somebody having to leave their office keeps going, they don't have to go out, they don't have to spend their gas. We can call up and spend your gas.
That's correct.
All right. Thanks, Danny. We appreciate the information.
You're welcome.
So, people like Danny said, I mean, if you're here in Baker or even anywhere in the area, no matter if you're in the Baton Rouge area, I mean, it's always good to use your local people and shop local because you want to keep those dollars here. So until next time, I'll see you, and God bless.